What's up, guys? Got a big update for today. We have Bitcoin market analysis as well as a Toshi update. So without further ado, I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap. So be sure to follow those pages for updated news around crypto as well as the base chain ecosystem. So let's get into it. So for Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a decent update today. We actually had a bit of a dip today after actually having a scam pump wick up until the 86.3k region. And we're actually currently retesting the broadening wedge. So as you can see here, it's a pretty picture perfect retest in my opinion. As you can see, we retraced down and we're actually perfectly retesting the broadening wedge. What I would ideally like to see is for this broadening wedge to hold and we can actually get some continuation up to the upside. When it comes to support levels, definitely our next major support level would be, I would say, the 82k region. We've tested it quite a lot. And if we were to break down from this broadening wedge, 82k would be a magnet, and we would definitely like to see that to hold. Reason being, we would like to see 82k plus to hold at least for this week, is the weekly RSI is currently trending upwards, and every time we've broken out this consolidation period for the weekly RSI, we've seen a doubling in price. For those that are new to the channel, I keep a close attention to the weekly RSI. Reason being is every time we've completed a consolidation period for the remainder of his bull cycle, we've actually doubled from the lows. So I'll just quickly explain it to you guys here. So as you can see, every time we've trended down and broke out, we've had a doubling from the lows. And our most recent weekly RSI breakout was a 49k to a top of 110k. So that's more than a doubling, 120%. But on average, it's been about 90 to 120%. So we can expect, if this low is to be in, which is about the 75k area, we can expect 150k Bitcoin in the next 3 months or so. As you can see, the weekly RSI is currently testing it once again, and we have not confirmed a breakout. For us to actually break out this week, we have to close above the 84.5k region. Right now we're at 83.6, and if we were to close in the next 4 days at this current price level, it's actually technically a rejection. So I would definitely like to see a 84.5k Bitcoin by the weekly close. Next up is total coin market cap. So this broadening wedge is actually still playing out for the total coin market cap as well. But as you can see, instead of a retest, we've actually broken down and having some confirms below. I would like to see a confirmation above this, and for this broadening wedge to definitely hold for the total coin market cap as well. It will most likely also follow Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does for the next week or so will also align with what total coin market cap is. If we go and check the RSI for the total coin market cap, I showed you guys before, it was actually sort of front running what Bitcoin was about to do. Reason being is we've actually broken out of the weekly RSI downtrend for total coin market cap already. And as you can see, we have room to actually retest this weekly RSI. And what I mean by that is we can actually still go down here and go up from there. Pretty much would still confirm the bull market is still intact. And my thesis has been the total coin market cap is front running what Bitcoin is about to do. So if I was to guess what we would probably do for Bitcoin, most likely we would break out for this week and next week. And that's purely due to the fact that the total coin market cap has already broken out of his weekly RSI structure. When it comes to tweets for today, first tweet is by Camel Finance. He's a really good cycle trader, and he really does analysis around timings. And for him, at least from what I've seen for the past year, it has worked, and he's been on the money most of the time. First one, so note today, price trades above a trend line looking like it's going to break out, and every man and his dog starts bull posting. Reason why I tweeted this, once we had that breakout briefly last night, we had a lot of bulls convert, like we had a lot of bears converting to bulls, and people were just heavily bull posting on CT. So as soon as we got that break above our resistance, which was the 86k level, we had a lot of longs pushing in, and it was pretty clear to me that a lot of shorts got stopped out at this level. A lot of people got liquidated, and then we had a big dump to the downside. So when it comes to this lower time frame correction, I do believe we're most likely putting in another retest on the broadening wedge, which is good to see. It just means the market is much more healthy and the correction is healthier for the markets, and as well as most likely once we do rip to the upside, it'll be a massive short squeeze, and it will most likely be a really strong rally, especially because once we get that weekly RSI confirmation, like I've shown you guys previously, this will give me more confidence that the bottom is most likely in, and the bottom for 75k will not be breached for the remainder of his bull cycle. No one waited for even one daily close to start bull posting, so we literally broke out for 1 hour, and this is not how bottoms form. More time is needed, likely another move down. So we've got that move down, but let's see how far down we go. Stay on guard for a breakout by all means, but note what we saw today and note people's reactions. So I'll go back to my basis that I'm not going to call for a new high until we get the confirmation of the weekly RSI. And even still then, if we get the confirmation for the weekly RSI breakouts, so let's say we break out this week above, we can still do a retest for the remainder of end of April to early May. So we could still grind down slowly and then break out. So nonetheless, when it comes to what I would like to see is a weekly RSI breakout, but still be patient, because most likely the real move won't happen till early May, if not late May. Next tweet is by Blunt's Capital. Nice ABC on the alley here for Bitcoin. I think it should pop back up from here to a fresh high above 88k, and beyond that is another's guess. So as you can see, we have a nice ABC correction, and if we do get that 80k pop up and close this week, it's going to look very bullish for Bitcoin, and I do suspect a new leg up higher if we breach the 88k level. Next tweet is by Donny Dicey. Bitcoin struggling to hold above 84.7k. This was a tweet from last night. 78 to 80k levels will fulfill a wider, cleaner accumulation on Bitcoin before breaking out of his bottom ring range. This will extend our time to wait until around April 20th or May 1st to 7th. More confidence that I think if we do have a longer consolidation period, most likely May will be our time to actually turn and for the market to actually reverse. The S&P 500 is also showing two clear levels and was still correlated by price action. I personally believe this is the one of the most offside trades in the world at the moment. Renewing that red zone on SPX would renew a lot of optimism. I personally think it's coming soon. Donny Dicey thinks we're going to retest the 80k levels and break out sometime in early May. And as well as S&P 500. As you can see, S&P 500 has a lot of supports to reclaim. And most likely, once we actually break out of his downtrend, which is about the 5,500 level, that's only when we're actually going to see a really bullish reclaim. And until then, it's just a lower high in my opinion. And I do expect the S&P 500 might need more time, and we're probably going to see true direction sometime in May. Next tweet is by Income Sharks. First attempt it didn't break. Doesn't mean it can't go higher, but might need to consolidate lower first. So as you can see, we've got a nice little trend line resistance, and we've already tested it again. And I do expect a new low to be made. It's not going to be a macro low. We're probably not going to breach the 4850 level we did back in early April. But I do expect a new low to be made, and then we can break out of resistance and get some bullish support reclaims. Next tweet again is by Donny Dicey. This is about meme coins with the total market cap aligned with the global M2 supply. As you can see, this might be a little nitpicky because it's not showing a higher time frame picture. But as you can see, the meme coin total market cap has drawn down a lot compared to the same rates as the global M2 liquidity. The M2 liquidity has already reversed as of this month. And if we were to assume that Bitcoin was also going to reverse in May, we can definitely see a massive up run for meme coin, for the meme coin total market cap, which will also help a lot of the coins we follow on base chain like Toshi and other meme coins in general. So when it comes to that, I just want to give you guys a TA update for Toshi. Obviously, really bullish on Toshi. Toshi is the #1 base native meme coin that's fairly launched on the base chain ecosystem. I gave you guys a bit of a lower time frame update. I did expect a little retracement for Toshi, which we have actually gotten. Our reason being is I was expecting a bearish divergence on the 6-hour with also a breakdown. We're currently seeing a breakdown and a retest of the trend line for the RSI, which means momentum is slowing down. But in hindsight, it's actually looking quite good because it looks like we're actually having a bull flag getting built right now. And What I would like to see is a bit more consolidation for today and tomorrow with a breakout to the upside. And with a breakout to the upside, next support levels, next resistance levels would definitely be the 0.0043 range, and then we can see where we go from there. When it comes to Toshi, I still believe we have a massive leg up high in the future, which is highly dependent on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But due to the fact that Toshi is still the number one meme coin on base chain, I do expect once Ethereum and base net flow starts increasing and really starts having like a new meta season, for a new base chain meta season, Toshi will be the leader, especially because it's the first meme coin listed on Coinbase. And I really recommend you guys to have a look at what Toshi is about, because it's most likely going to be the leader for base chain. And once base chain really pops off and gets more capital flowing into the base chain ecosystem, Toshi will definitely extract a majority of it. That's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want me to cover any other base chain coins and just any topics in general. I'm always looking at the comments. So thank you guys for subscribing and thank you for commenting. And that's all to the video, guys. Peace.